Hello, students. Welcome back. I hope you're doing good. Today is Sunday, September the 19th, 2021. And today I'm going to show you how to create a loft using Inventor. I know we just did an assembly drawing last week. I have another assembly I want you to work on, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But I'm going to go ahead and double click on Autodesk Inventor Professional. Like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. Um, it's hard to believe that we're starting week 5. Pretty soon we're going to be leaving Inventor and we're going to be working with Fusion 360. Also, I want to let you know that the library has indicated that Inventor software has been installed on the computers in the library. So if you haven't had a chance to download the software, I know some of y'all are a little bit behind, but don't worry, Mr. Morris is not going to take that out on you. It's not your fault, but do your best. If you can't download it, try to go into the library and get it done, and I'll work with you on timelines and things. I'm going to create a new project today, and I'm going to say new here and new single user project. Select next, and the project here is going to be Loft. Okay, and here is the directory. You can see it's the C drive, users, Morris E, documents, Inventor, then Loft. Obviously, yours will be a different directory. Okay, so it may be similar to this. And select next, and then finish. And it says the project path you entered doesn't exist. Should it be created? Select OK. All right, I'm going to go up here, and you can see it's already by default selected for me. I'm going to select Done. All right, so we're going to start working with Loft today. So go into New, a New. Now, make sure you expand this, and we're going to be working with English units, and select Standard IPT, and then select Create. I will post this drawing so you'll have a copy of it as well, so you can use the drawing to model this part. But I would watch this video as many times as you need to watch it. Select Start 2D Sketch, Start 2D Sketch, and I'm going to click on the XY plane. Now, for my first sketch, it's going to be very simple. I'm just going to go up here and select Circle, Circle Center Point, and I'm going to come to the origin. I'm going to click in there, and I'm going to make the diameter 1.5 inches. Enter, do a right click, OK. I'm going to zoom out a little bit with the scroll wheel, OK, and get into the isometric view. I like to work in the isometric view. OK, so that's our first sketch. Now, I want to turn on the plane that is parallel to this sketch. So come over to your browser here, and we're going to expand the folder origin, and we're going to find the plane that's parallel. Notice as I hover over these planes, you see the planes appear, right? Well, I don't want that plane because it's not parallel. This plane's not this plane here is perpendicular. I want this one. Do a right click, and we're going to make that plane visible. All right, pretty cool, right? All right, so scroll out some. You can pan over, give yourself some room. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to finish the sketch. All right. Now, I'm going to make an offset plane that's exactly 2 inches from this one. So what you do is you go up here, select plane, and select plane again. Click your left mouse button on the plane. Now, hold your left mouse button down, and we're going to drag it back like this. And notice it's a negative value because we're going in a negative Z direction. So type in negative 2.0, enter. Okay, do a right click. When you do a right click, you don't see any OK, so just hit the escape button. We're going to start 2D sketch, and we're going to click on this plane here. All right, now we're going to make another circle. It's going to get more complicated as we move along here, but go to circle, center point, click at the origin right here. You'll see it turn green. Click, and we're going to drag this out, make it 1.5, enter. Do a right click, OK. All right, so we got 2 of these. All right, we're going to need 2 more of these. Actually, just 1 more circle. So we're going to finish the sketch. We're going to go here to plane, and we're going to click on this plane, hold down the left mouse button. We're going to drag it out and make it a negative 2.0, enter. All right. So we're going to sketch on this plane. This is going to be our last circle. Start 2D sketch, click on this plane. And we're going to make another circle right there. Okay, that origin, make it 1.5. You guys are doing good with this. I can tell, I can see, right? No, I'm just joking. Right click, okay. Mr. Morris is having some fun here. All right, now we're going to make 1 more offset plane. That's going to be 2 inches, but this time we're going to create a different profile. So finish the sketch, go to plane, click on this plane, hold down your left mouse button, and we're going to drag it back at negative 2, enter, right click. I got a bad habit of doing that. Just hit the escape. Sorry about that. I sometimes think it's going to be an OK button, but if you don't see an OK button there, just hit the escape. Now I'm going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to sketch on this plane. You use my view cube to get back in the isometric. Notice how I like to draw in the isometric view. All right, so now we're going to go over here to rectangle, but we're going to go to slot center point. Click on this one. Click on the origin right here. Now, watch very carefully. There is a line that we're getting ready to draw here on the x-axis. Make sure you stay on the x-axis as you do this. And this line is 1.5. Enter. Now we are still in this mode here, and so we want to make the radius of this, or not the radius, the diameter, also 1.5. We use a lot of 1.5 here today, huh? All right, so right click, OK. Now we're going to make another plane, but it's going to be it's not going to be parallel to any of these planes here. Okay, it's not going to be parallel to any of these planes. So we're going to select Finish Sketch. Okay, Finish Sketch. Now, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Morris had to play with this some a little bit yesterday because I got a little rusty at it. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're actually going to create a 3D sketch. Oftentimes you might take an inventor class and your teacher never shows you how to do a 3D sketch. Well, I'm going to show you how to do a 3D sketch today. Come over here, arrow down, and start 3D sketch. Okay, now we're going to go to line, and we're going to click on that center point, this center point, this center point, this center point, do a right click, OK. Now, this is our 3D sketch, basically connecting the profiles, all right? Now, we're going to come here to line again, and we're going to draw a line from this center down, And we're going to make this 3.5, enter, okay, and do a right click, okay. Now, we can go ahead and get into this view here, and I noticed that my line is at an angle. I don't want this, and sometimes I make this mistake. I'm going to do a right click on this and delete this. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can draw a line. Yeah, I'll do it this way. And make it, make sure you stay on this axis. Mine's moving. So 3.5. All right, sorry about that. Do a right click, okay. See, my line first was going at an angle, and now it's perfectly 90 degrees. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to arc, and I'm going to select arc center point. Well, my center point of my arc is going to be here, and I'm going to make the arc 3.5. Okay, and the angle for this, type in 55, enter. Do a right click, okay. All right, so my angle, I'm going to undo that. Let me try this again. Sorry about that. Because my angle, I really want it to be all on this side of the horizontal, vertical, not on this side. So I'm going to go to arc, center point, and I'm going to try this again. Sorry about this. Yeah, there you go. And I want my angle all to be on one side of the vertical. And we're going to make this 55. Enter. Very good. Do a right click. Okay. Now, if you look at our geometry, it looks like this. Okay, again, this is a 3.5 inch radius here. How do I know that? Because this is 3.5, right? Our first construction line to get our pivot point, or our center point rather, is 3.5. So the radius is 3.5. I'm going to finish the sketch here now, and I want to go back to 2D sketch, and I want to go over here to plane, and down here it says a plane normal to a curve at a point. Click on this, and I want you to come in here, and I want you to click on this plane right here, or this point. Make sure your plane is oriented like we see here. Okay, click. All right, now we're going to start a 2D sketch. 2D sketch. Click on this plane, and now you may have to play with your view cube some to get back into where you can see this plane here. I'm going to go to this slot again. Click here at the origin, and we're going to make this, let's see, this is going to be 4. Yes. Make sure you stay on that axis, okay? So make sure you stay on that axis. I'm going to make that 4. And then I'm going to come out, and I'm going to make the diameter of this thing 1.5. Enter. All right. Do a right click. Okay, now that was the hardest part of all of this. Now we're going to finish the sketch, and we're going to come over here, and this is the new command that we're learning today. Is called Loft. Select Loft, and we're going to select this profile, this profile, this profile, this one here, and then this one. And we're going to say OK. Now, we're going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to cut some of these planes off. If you go over here on the browser, you can just click on this and turn off the visibility of these work planes. Right click, turn off the visibility. Right click, turn off the visibility. Right click, turn off the visibility. And if you come down here, we have some sketches. Let's see, what sketch is that one? Hang on just a second, folks. Mr. Morris has got to determine what sketch that is. I see this plane. I need to turn that plane there off too. Right click, turn off the visibility. And I was just, oh, this is the 3D sketch. I'm just going to turn off the visibility of it. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Come over to the browser, right click on this, go to iProperties. You've done this before. We're going to assign a material to it, and we're going to make it gold. Mr. Morris likes gold. I need some gold. Say apply, close. There you go. It looks like something you'd use on your vacuum cleaner. Now, I'm going to show you another command here today. We want to make that hollow. Okay, so do a right click, OK. Come up here to where it says shell and click on this end and come over here to free orbit and come back over here, turn free orbit off. Click on this end, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it at a thickness of 0.1. That's fine with me. Or you can make it 0.125. That's also good. That's 1/8 of an inch. Select OK. Now, look here. It's hollow. So it looks like an attachment for your vacuum cleaner. Mr. Morris needs to get my vacuum cleaner out and do some work around here. Anyway, so that's pretty cool, right? This is the Loft, and I think you would like working with this tool. I'm not going to have you make a drawing of this. What I'm going to have you do today is I'm just going to have you, you're going to turn in a picture of this, but we are going to annotate it. So go to annotate, and we're going to put our name on here. So let's see, a general note. Come down here, and of course my name is Ed Morris. You should put your name, obviously, CAD 241, and this is the Loft feature. All right, and this is actually called intake one. Intake one, and I'm going to say select OK. All right. So we're going to save this file, save as. Actually, I'm going to save it as a picture. So we're going to export it. So go to export image, and we're going to come down here. Mr. Morris likes to use PNG files. And there is our project folder. You can see it's under Documents, Inventor, and Loft. Okay, I'm going to save this. And this is what you will have to submit for your one of your homework assignments. Okay. Again, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're able to get into the library and do some work if you don't have a computer at home. I mean, I feel for you, and I will work with you. I promise I will work with you. You hang in here, hang in the class, and we'll get you through this. I promise. As far as Inventor goes, we're going to do one more assembly assignment I'm going to give you this week. Give you more time to still work with the last assembly we did. But this time you're going to have to model each component yourself. You're going to have to build the assembly and make the assembly drawings, the bill of materials, the balloons, and all the detailed drawings that follow. I'll be giving that to you pretty soon. And we're going to do Loft. We did Loft today, and we're going to do, let's see, what else are we going to do here? we're going to do, we've already done it. We've done extrude, we've done revolve, we've done sweep, we did loft today. We're going to do coil and emboss on the same day. And once we do those, we're going to be pretty much finishing up Inventor. However, I strongly recommend that you take CAD 211, which you will learn some more Inventor in that class. And this is kind of an overview of parametric solid modeling. And like I said, we're going to do Fusion 360 next, and then Creo. We're only going to spend like 4 weeks on Fusion 360, and Creo we're going to spend about 8 weeks on Creo. All right, my good friends, hang in there. Email me, call me, text me. I'm here for you. I know it's not easy when you're not in a class, but I hope you're doing well. Take care. Good talking to you, and see you later, okay? Bye-bye.